Quick update before I disappear and upload this. That curtain is definitely going. Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We uploaded at the weekend, and over the weekend I decided to rip down that horrible curtain that I made, and it really didn't work. And I made that one up. I still managed to cock it up. I am only still learning, but I made that one up. That fits the gap on the outside, so it's a good little what's the privacy curtain is what that will be. But we've just been down to Scrabbers and we have hit rather a good result. I have managed to find a piece of aluminium curtain rail that will run all the way around that cab, I hope. But not only that, we found some curtains that matches that ceiling and those flags, because it's got goldy tassels on it and the colour is the same wine colour as I've got up there. I thought I was being a little bit, I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for, different with this cab interior, but it turns out that a lot of them have this kind of decor anyway, so you know, I'm quite happy about that. So what we're going to do, we're going to put some spray glue up on that bit up top there. We're going to put my valance back up with that, and then we're going to screw the aluminium to the cardboard and the valance if we can. I've just got to find a way of getting it on there. I need some screws, self-taps or something. Rivets I don't think it'll hold, although I can get my fingers behind that, so I could buy some washers and attempt to rivet the thing on, but the rivet nozzle is so wide I don't know if I'll get the riveter to engage inside. I really don't know. They were riveted on the previous truck, so let's get on with this. Right, well, the rail is up. That's only took me the most of today to get that up there. It's been a nightmare. I put my valance up, that's behind the rail. I glued that up first and then screwed, countersinked the holes and screwed it all in, but it's we've had a few problems. I've had to take the thing down once and got screws jammed up, and it has been a bit of a nightmare, but it's in. So what we're going to do now is, the curtains do come with some sliding clips that go in there, but they're too small for that particular rail. That rail did have some other clips on it, so we've now got to spend about 2 hours cutting all of the clips off and sewing new ones on. As you can see, they've all got to be cut off. I mean, this is designed to put clips through and then they could go on and we could hook up, but the gaps around the cupboard are so small that would jam up. So we're going to do what somebody did and hope for the best. This is a long process. Some small headed screws for those channels, or a different channel altogether, because this curtain really is an aggravation to slide. I've left a little bit overhanging at the front so I can sew some Velcro on there so I can overlap them and close the gap. But other than that, it looks pretty good. The colour is correct. We've just got to finish off there and there. But I hear we've got some bad weather coming, and I think I might take advantage of that regarding welding. We get a thunderstorm soon with some heavy rain. That means I can get in the back and do what I wanted to do. So that's my future plans in here. There's nothing more I can do. I am kind of at a loss and I'm a bit stuck. So I'm going to move on. Welding of this rear door. It is kind of typical, isn't it? We've had all that hot weather and I wanted to get that welding done, so I hosed the ground down yesterday in preparation to weld, do the welding, and then it rains during the night. Get your head around that one. And there you have it. The welds are not great, but they're nice and long. The tip and the shroud on my welder needs replacing desperately. Plus the fact I believe this is all galved up anyway. So yeah, we struggled a little bit, but it's strong enough to do what I need it to do. I'm quite pleased with that. So yeah, we've got to cut the bottom Next, I ain't got a clue how I'm going to do that. Oh, and I will say one thing. Since welding that, I'm not seeing any water. Now every bloody rainstorm that come flying in through there, but now it's pulled it in tight. It must have avoided it. I know they're wet because I wet them yesterday, you see, to put over the glass. I don't want to screw the glass up. So yeah, cool. I'm pleased with that. Right, been at this all blinking day. The old curtain rail's gone. I've got, it's so dark in here, it's hard to see anything. There you go. I've got a push fit, which is actually a genuine Renault jobby. And it was a nightmare because I had to drill elongated holes, put these little clips in. I didn't get enough clips. Put the clips in and then go from there, really. It was a bit of a mare, if I'm honest. And the valance, I've had to reattach it. So what I did is I got a piece of Formica strip that you get on a wardrobe. I peeled that off and I wrapped that around and then screwed it up. What I've got to do is get some red screw caps to hide the screws. So yeah, just one small problem though. These visors are just a pain. I've got to cut it down because when I slide this across, and as you can see it slides really easily, it gets stuck on the corner, and it gets stuck on the corner because of this. That sticks out too far. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it down there. I'm going to make a new PVC sleeve for that so I can turn them all black instead of grey. And I'll stitch them up by hand at the top, or possibly, I don't know if it'll work, we'll fold a piece over, glue it along there, and then the piece on this side will get hemmed, you know, folded in half to mimic a hem, and I might just stitch straight across that edge on the sewing machine if my machine can do it. I don't know at this point. It may very well be a hand stitch job, but we've got to do something with them. When I was down the yard, I saw some side sun visors as well, which I'm thinking about getting. Fits onto there, pull them down, fits onto there nicely, and then you pull them down and that keep the sun out of you. And there's a couple down there, quite a few actually, so I may go back and get those. Also got to find somewhere to put my Durite fan. I reckon I'll stick it up there so it's blowing down on me from up there. We won't be using that hatch, if I'm honest with you. Well, I say I won't. I mean, I'm not planning to, let's put it like that. Because I had to cut the hole out because I needed to get inside when I was bolting the thing down to the roof. And I wasn't sure where the holes were going to be made in the actual back to climb in. So we ended up doing what we did. I didn't want to make the hole, I really didn't, but we had no choice. So I might put a fan up there and another one up there at some point, so there's one for the passenger, whoever that will be. So there's nothing more I can do in here at the moment. I am brassic and not a lot of video time, I'm afraid. My sewing machine is broke. A little bit disappointed with that. Snap the needle, and I'm struggling to understand the concept of needles. Needles for sewing machines are like reading a Land Rover engine code book. It's a minefield, and I don't understand it at the moment, but I'm getting there slowly. I have ordered a selection of needles. I mean, they say they're all universal for modern machines, and mine is not a modern machine, so I do not know. But we've ordered some, and they will be here very, very soon. So that is pretty much it. The wife goes into hospital Friday for an op, and I've got to keep an eye on her. So I might put a very short video up of what I've done so far this week, and that will be a lot for a couple of weeks, I'm afraid. Do apologise in advance, but my wife's health is more important than putting videos up. So we've got no money at the moment anyway, so we'll see where we end up. Right, moving on. Alright guys, that's a very short and sweet video this week. Wife's just come out of hospital today. She's very sore, very poorly, so I need to turn my attentions to that. But but while she was in there, because they wouldn't let me in, I did get a last tiny bit. I'm just trying to undo the door. Last tiny bit done. So I thought I'd quickly, although it's a bit dark in here because of the weather, thought I'd just flash back what I've done. Ouch, that was my knee. Oh. And that is some bits that I picked up, which are some tiebacks. I've put those in. I just wish there was a bit more light in here that I could demonstrate what's going on, but there isn't. It's just a case of getting the camera. There we go. You can see the tie back there. Get the camera to adjust, that's the trick to it. So that's where we're at. The next job to do is we've got to negotiate that, and we've got to cover. Well, I don't know why kids have loud exhausts. I really don't. They don't make those damn things go any quicker. It's just more annoying. Anyway, we've got to line all of that next. And we've got to sew some gold around that black edge that I put in, but my sewing machine packed up at that point. I couldn't do no more. So yeah, I think we'll drop the cabinet down and we're going to do something with that, probably just paint it. We're going to make up a dash cover here in black. I was going to paint this all red, but because it's black already, I think we'll just leave it black, but we might try and put some red piping around that when I do the leather. I mean, I am getting adventurous here, and I a little bit above myself, I think. So, and we'll spray paint the bottom half of that, and we'll spray paint the door cards as well. I might put a material piece in the centre to break the black up, but other than that, there isn't a great deal to do. I've got to make a console for the middle, for the screens. I'm actually debating about coming the full length of the cab here, about to there. So I've got like maybe a couple of screens in there, and then the stereo system there maybe. And then somewhere extra for other bits. We've got a fan to go in as yet, although I'm thinking about putting that up there. So that is pretty much it at the moment. I can't do any more, but I will say this, now I am very happy with this. The fact that I found some red curtains of the same colour at a breaker's yard cheered me up no end. So I'm not the only lorry owner that uses this colour. I like it. That's all I can say on that one. It's very red, isn't it? I'm very surprised I went for that colour, being an Ipswich Town fan, although I don't support football as much as an addict football supporter does. But, you know, it's nice to see Ipswich win once in a while, especially against the Norwich lot. Anyway, that's it. We are done for the week. I don't know how much I'm going to get done next week, so there might not be anything at all come Monday onwards. So thanks for viewing, thanks for your support, and thanks for your likes and your comments, and we'll see you next week. Bye.